It is Saturday, the 1st of July, so happy July, first off. And I am, well, as you might imagine, outside. I'm at Taylor Park again for the first time in almost a month, which is crazy. It feels like it's been far longer. It's actually also been over 2 weeks since the last time I played disc golf, so naturally, I am finding that I am quite rusty. And plus I'm practicing the forehand style of throwing, which is not necessarily my most natural way of throwing, but I am getting more distance on it. So I think that's something that I would be best served, to continue to develop. Serena's at work, otherwise she would be here with me. But it's a nice morning, for a Saturday morning. It's about 9 o'clock. You would expect this place to be swarming with people. It's not too hot, people are off for the weekend, but no, it's pretty much just me. So I dig that. Let's have some fun. So Taylor Park is, and frankly remains, one of my favorite parts about both living in Florida and just playing disc golf in general, because it is just such a beautiful course. I always really enjoy my time here. As far as the round that I played, it was a bit of a learning experience. I mentioned that I'm, getting into the forehand motion of disc throwing, and it's definitely a learning process, especially like reeling it in. I seem to have, I don't know. So when I would throw backhand, I would be lacking distance, I guess, in my own words. I would long for more distance. I would try to find ways to create more distance. I'd throw everything I had into it. I'd put my legs, my hips, my arms, my forehead into the motion just to try and get a couple more friggin' millimeters. It still wouldn't really get much further than I had got it. But with forehand, I'm having the opposite problem. There are times where I am overthrowing the basket, and not even by like a modest amount either. I'm overthrowing it by like 100 feet. So if I can start to rein in, I guess, like the accuracy or the touch with the forehand, I stand to do a heck of a lot better. That's not to say that I did poorly today. I think I threw a +3, which, if you're familiar with disc golf or even mini golf or golf rules at all, the number is indicative of how many strokes or throws or otherwise attempts you took beyond what is par being like the standard, right? So you'll have a par 3 hole. That means from the tee pad where you throw off to where the hole is itself, it should take you 3 tosses to get your disc or your ball into the basket. So overall I was +3, meaning I took 3 more than the overall par, which is good because one of those was a birdie. A birdie meaning that I took 1 less throw. It was a par 3 and I got it in 2 strokes. And speaking of like the forehand distance, I left a lot of birdies on the table because I was overthrowing the chains. If I could just ring that in a few more feet, shoot, I could have a lot of birdies and actually, become an average disc golf player. Goodness gracious, could you imagine leveling up from below average to average? Would be dream. Also though, that said, it was freaking hot out there. I know I mentioned that it wasn't too bad, but it got hot quickly. It is Florida in July. so there's nothing to be surprised about. But I am kind of drained as a result. I did bring some water. I'm gonna chug that here in a second. But I've got a few things to do today, so I need to like be up. I've got to go work out still. After disc golf, you know, some people consider disc golf a workout, and while you do walk a couple of miles, I guess I just want to do a little extra. So I got to go to the gym, and then I also have to record some Tears of the Kingdom, and then I also have to do some laundry, probably in that order too. And then I'll go pick up from Serena from work. I don't know. It's gonna be a good day, but it's gonna be a little packed to the gills with things.
I wake up to all those people on the docks. Let them know what these crazy pirates are leaving. Goodbye.
Well, all the things were accomplished many hours later too, and we're somewhere neat. Serena posed the idea of a date, which is not something we've had the opportunity to do in a long time, and we do have the opportunity to do a date day. So here we are. I mean, it's more of a date evening than a date day, but it's a cool place. What's it called? John's Harbor?
Pass.
John's Pass. It's a little like boardwalk, and I mean, you probably already saw there's a bunch of shops and restaurants. So walk around, see some things, and eat some things.
Yeah. Just be careful with your phone. It's over the water. What a fun time that was. We went to a restaurant right there on the boardwalk. It was called Cuddy's, something like that. I don't know. There was a C. It was fine. It was good. It was great weather, great company, obviously, Serena. And it was a good time. And then after that, we went into a couple of shops. Well, actually, we got some dessert too, some boba. It's very nice, some milk tea. But no, we went to a couple of shops, and there was a collector's shop just off of the boardwalk there. Had some neat things. Serena got a couple of pop figures. And then we also decided, hey, we're in southern Pinellas County, kind of. Why don't we head on over to Unlimited Video Games? Is it unlimited? Yeah.
Okay, I was like, maybe it's Ultimate. My brain's all over the place right now. It's been a long time. Thank you. Unlimited Video Games. Either which way, thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate it. Hope that you enjoyed yourself. And with that said, I'll see you tomorrow.